Hey guys, this is going to be an emergency deep dive, and sadly, right now we don't have Aditi because she's sleeping. So, anyways, the WandaVision trailer just dropped, and there are just so many Easter eggs and references. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rush through of the breakdown of the trailer first, and maybe discuss the possibility of various plots later. Spoiler warning if you want to go into the series blind, because I have some pretty neat theories with me right now. So let's get into it. We start with a black and white shot of the car that says just married, and this might be both our and the titular character Wanda and Vision's first view of the reality that Wanda has created. It has much of the old school television sitcom vibe, which will be mostly common throughout the series. Just it will change through the time periods, I feel. This part of the show takes some inspiration from Bewitched, a 1964 sitcom in which the wife is a witch, and it follows the daily life of a husband and wife trying to live a normal life, hiding from their nosy neighbors. Speaking of nosy neighbors, Wanda's neighbor, Deborah Jorap, who plays Kitty Foreman in the 70s show, or you might know her from Friends, where she plays Phoebe Buffay's sister-in-law. Anyways, another possible neighbor might look like a nobody at first, but as the trailer goes ahead, we can see that she is the third constant member of Wanda's continuously changing realities apart from her and Vision, which brings me to theorize that she might be playing Agatha Harkness. Now, Agatha Harkness in the comics is like a mentor figure to Wanda. She's a witch who has been alive from the time of the Salem witch trials, and she also plays nanny to Franklin Richards at some point, who's one of the most powerful beings in the universe, arguably. In short, Agatha Harkness to the mystic side of the Marvel universe is what Madam Web is to the Spider-Man side of the Marvel universe. As we move on, we see Wanda using her powers to do simple tasks like change Vision's appearance and pour some wine. What's interesting here is that the label of the wine bottle, it reads, and pardon my French, Maison du Mépris, which roughly translates to House of Contempt. But what I think they were trying to refer to was the excellent storyline The House of M, in which Wanda plays a very intense role. She first makes her and her family, Magneto, Quicksilver, the rulers of Earth, and after back and forth when she loses her mind slowly, she simply utters the phrase "no more mutants," which leads to all the mutants to vanish off the face of Earth. This shows that maybe Marvel are finally ready to show the full power of the Scarlet Witch, which is going to be game changing. As we move forward, we see both Wanda and Vision try and fail to answer their nosy neighbors' questions, which might mean that even Wanda doesn't know actually where she is. And then reality resets, throwing us forward in time as the screen expands, and here we see Vision returning to his original look as Wanda questions about what's happening. We get a glimpse of them holding twin babies, which most likely would be Wiccan and Speed. In the comics, Wiccan and Speed are created by Wanda's magic, while Wiccan is quite similar to his mother in terms of power. Speed takes to his uncle Quicksilver, as he also is a speedster. This also might be a nod to the fact that Marvel are going to set up the Young Avengers, which both of these are a part of. Moving on, we get a shot of both Scarlet Witch and Vision's more comic accurate looks. This seems to be set around Halloween, as we can once again see Agatha Harkness' character now in her witch outfit. Vision slowly flies over the landscape, maybe sensing that something is wrong, before he descends to Harkness and pulls her out of some kind of a trance. She asks if she's dead, and reveals that Vision is dead in her reality. I think the laugh is some other scene and is just simply taken out of context. Ultimately, we see Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel, all grown up, and she's being thrown out of the reality Wanda has created. And we see a couple of SWORD agents. Now, we know these are the SWORD agents because we saw a couple of behind the scenes photos where you could clearly see the SWORD logo. Now, for those of you who don't know about Sword, simply put, Sword is the space version of Shield. It was hinted at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, and it does make sense for Monica Rambeau to be working here because in the comics she takes up the mantle of Captain Marvel, who works closely with Sword, but not for long as she shifts to the mantle of Photon later, and rightly so because her powers are more energy and absorption based. If you look closely here, you can see a glimpse of Kat Dennings, who plays the Santis Darcy in the Thor movies, who's also Aditi's spirit animal. You might also remember her as the lady who calls Mjolnir Meow Meow.
Sylvie!
Here, Wanda finally seems to realize the level of control that she has over this reality. And at the end, we see what will be a short-lived happy moment where Vision and Wanda sit down and accept that they are an unusual couple and smile into the camera. So these were the things that I could break down from the first trailer. If you guys have anything more to add, or if you think that I missed something, please do mention it in the comments below. Like and subscribe and press the bell icon because I am going to make a plot speculation video anytime this week. So please subscribe and see you next time.